𝗗𝗪𝗏 price update. Let's get into it. So Chris, today we will be taking a cheeky look at one Harmony and specifically looking at the price action of the one token. I know a lot of people have been concerned as of late all around, the correction that's taken it down to that 50% retracement zone. So as I get into this one day chart, this 4-hourly chart and this 1-hourly chart, I'm hoping to reassure as many of you as I possibly can. There's some interesting things happening in this technical analysis, and I don't think you should really be worrying. But Chris, hopefully this is going to be reassuring. And if anyone, is still, a little bit frightened of what's going on, do reach out to us via Twitter, send us a DM, and we'll help out where we can. Of course, if you find this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate that. And of course, if you, want to stay up to date with all those new cryptocurrencies and hidden gems, then do consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And Chris, is there anything else you would like to add before we jump down to the charts and start talking around what's going on here with the one token?
Yeah, just a couple of things. We'll start off with the pool update, Nick. We've been performing at just over 11% juicy returns on people's investments that are delegated into the pool. It's doing phenomenally well. Long may that continue. I think we've got 19.6 million 𝗗𝗪𝗏 in the pool, which is remarkable. We appreciate everybody that's delegating, and if you're not delegating, don't forget you can delegate, and the ticker is Cheeky1. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there, because it's always important to make your money work for you. And the other thing is, let us know in the comments below, whether you're worrying about the price action at the moment or whether you're still bullish. Nick and myself, we're still bullish. It's probably going to pump before this has even gone out, but let's get into it, Nick.
Absolutely. Let's jump down to the charts and start talking about what's going on here with the 𝗗𝗪𝗏 price. Fantastic. Right, so here we are. This is 𝗗𝗪𝗏 to the USDT. This is the daily chart, and we're talking on Binance is our data source, okay? We have a Fibonacci retracement on here from our low level down here on the 11th of March, rallied to the upside here on the 29th of March. That rally took 19 days, and it was expected that we're going to have a correction. We thought that the 618 was the area that we might have settled on and rallied up from, but there was major resistance at the 702. And Bitcoin actually took a bit of a dive today as well, Chris, and that kind of did pull this price down, and it kind of tumbled into that zone here, just above that 50% retracement zone. But that's actually a pretty good place to be. We've hit the 50, so we've taken 2 out of those 3 major milestones out of the equation. Chances are we will never come down to the 382, but if we do, still pretty comfortable zone. I wouldn't be worrying there. I start to worry when we head towards that 23.6, but we're quite a way away from there right now, so nothing to immediately worry about with that. Now we have seen significant gains as we came up here. This is 5,388% gains from our low level all the way up to that all-time high level there. So some significant gains were made. And this is just a healthy correction where people have taken a few profits and things are starting to cool off a little bit. Now, if I get my pencil here, we can see how the volume has dramatically decreased over time. That's actually helped protect the price. It could have been worse if the volumes were quite high. And the volumes are stabilized quite low, which is pretty good. The RSI was incredibly overbought here at 90 on the RSI at that peak point up here and has cooled off nicely. It's actually at 50 right now, and that's a pretty good spot. So what I'm going to do is grab a horizontal line and I'm going to throw this in here so you can see what we're looking at. We can see that that's an area that we've come down to before, and we had that rally to the upside here. That's that 19-day period. We took it from this low level here at 50 and we took it all the way up to 90. We're about to hit that 50s area here again, and we could take this thing all the way back up towards that major zone. So looking at things there, it's going to be interesting. This is an area that's a little bit interesting over time as well. We get come down to this spot quite a bit if you look at this over time, and you can see it acts as a bit of resistance here and a bit of support in other areas. So this is a key area that we want to be watching out for. So I'm going to just leave that there and we'll monitor that situation as time goes by. But for now, candles are approaching that 50% retracement and have pulled back recently. Now, if I go ahead and pull this into our 4-hourly view, we are pretty much oversold, guys. That means that there is nowhere else to go but to the upside. We found the bottom, and now we're going to start rallying to the upside. At least that's what's being indicated here within that 4-hourly chart. Now the volumes are incredibly low, so those volumes do have to spike up nicely to get the maximum swing from this low level of the RSI through to that top level up here. So there's huge potential to rocket this from 30 to 90 on this RSI. That's a significant jump, and we could see some significant price rally from this move. But we do need to see that volume come in first. We are, of course, below those averages as well, Chris. So the 50 and the 100 moving average are above the candles, with the 200 moving average being below. So we're getting sandwiched between those moving averages, and that's an interesting thing to note as well. The 100 moving average seems to be a bit of resistance, but that's nothing too major at all. And Chris, if we pull this down into our hourly view, again, we can see we're fast approaching that oversold area once again. So we're going to have huge potential on the 4-hourly and the hourly to shoot this thing all the way up into that overbought area. So all we really need now, guys, is a bit of volume to come in here, really shoot that volume up, take advantage of this space on this RSI, take that RSI all the way up into the overbought status with some decent volumes, and we should be surpassing all of these areas that we've been kind of worrying about as we've been getting a healthy correction to the downside. Now the 50, the 100 and the 200 moving averages are actually above those candles, so in theory the price is actually below average at the moment, so that's obviously going to support our move to the upside as well. So as a lot of traders will see this, the RSI is low, the MACD will have a positive cross because it's inevitable that once you're at the bottom you have to go up. You'll get that positive MACD cross, you'll get that volume starting to spike up, we'll start to see that we're below those averages, the traders will see that too, they'll start bringing that up as well, and I think this, Chris, could be the start of a nice decent rally for the one token. It's quite rare that you come into a chart and do some price analysis here where you see that the 4-hourly and the hourly are both oversold, and you know there's nowhere else to go but up. So that's a real positive thing. And also, guys, if we bring this back up into our daily view, we know that we're approaching that real key area on this RSI for the one chart. That 50 area here, or marked out at 49.17, is a key area that we've bounced from before. That's where we bounced from here and took it all the way up to that 90 on that RSI. And I think we could see a similar move once again. And that would be quite a significant rally to take this maybe even up to that first price target, Chris. Which would be a pretty good rally. Now, if I just grab my little price target, we'll just pull this down here for a moment, and we'll put that to that first price target. That's 147% gain from its current position. Now, it might take a few days, like we saw a 19-day rally to take us to where we are at that previous high. We could see another maybe 10, 14-day rally to take it up that 143% to an extra 20 cents, a 34-cent price target there. That would be a pretty sweet move, and I think the RSI is going to support that if those volumes really do start picking up. And I do believe they will. We've seen quite a few coins, Chris, do incredibly well recently, and with Anchor and 𝗗𝗪, they've both been correcting because they've had a rally a little bit earlier. I think that correction is over, and money's going to start flowing back into these projects, and I can imagine this thing actually taking a pretty good stab at setting a new all-time high relatively soon, and taking out that 34-cent area there, that first price target for the one token. I think there's going to be some fantastic things that are going to support this. The NFT platform that we covered last night is going to be key to that. I think there's a lot more people going to be interacting with the NFTs on the 𝗗𝗪 blockchain. There's going to be more transactions occurring with the one token. More people are going to be buying the one token specifically to kind of, take part. And I think you're going to see some pretty interesting things go on here, Chris. And I think that this correction potentially is over, at least for the short term. That RSI is incredibly low. If those volumes don't come in and support a massive swing, they're going to support a decent swing to get us back above that 618 area, above the 15.3 cent zone. So we'll at least get that, but we want to get that volume nice and high so that we can take advantage and potentially move us up into those larger areas around that kind of 18-cent zone would be pretty nice. So one to watch out for, guys. I think even by the time you're watching this video, this rally probably already started. So do watch that. I think it's going to be incredibly fantastic to kind of observe how one has corrected to the 50% retracement zone and then shot itself straight up into those pretty decent zones. But Chris, anything else you want to add before we sign this video off?
Just that I love this project, really confident that it's going to do very, very well. And yeah, just like you, Nick, looking forward to watching that chart and seeing it all play out.
Fantastic. Guys, if you found this useful and informative, do go ahead and hit that like button. We both really do appreciate that. And of course, if you want to stay up to date with all those new cryptocurrencies and hidden gems, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free and you'll stay well informed, so why not? And with that being said, we hope you have a fantastic day and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.